Hi, Chris Kuzmal here. We have implemented a reasonable version of a stack, but first of all, I'm not sure that anyone who's written this code would necessarily understand what a stack does for sure. And the other is that there are some cases where we will be getting errors if we're not careful. And we would like to have our test cases ultimately determine those and have our code handle the errors more gracefully than the current version does. I'm going to write a test case. It's going to be static void test push, push, pop, push, push, pop. What a long name. Okay. But I'm going to do a sequence of pushes and pops. Just as there, two pushes, a pop, two pushes, and a pop onto a stack that I'm going to create. And the question is, this is a test not only of the code, but of my understanding. All right. I'm going to create a stack of dishes, and then what I want to do is I want to do dishes dot push, and I'll push one onto the stack. Then I push another dish which is dish number two, right? Then I want to pop one of the dishes off. So what will be popped off of my stack of dishes? I put one down, I put number two down, then I pull off what? Well, I pull off, it's going to be two. I'm starting to develop an intuition. But let's finish our sequence. Dishes dot push. Dish number three gets pushed on. Dishes dot push. Dish number four. Now, if I do a dishes dot pop, what dish do I get? I'm going to get. I believe I'm going to get dish number four. It's whatever the most recent thing I pushed on. That's what I'm going to get when I pop back off. So you know what? Let's add one more because that's no. We'll live with this. This is we were trying to keep it as simple as possible. That's a sequence of operations. The first question is, does the definition, even without being invoked, compile? It does. Let's go ahead and invoke the test. Now, the problem is that this test does not modify pass or fail. So when we put it up here, all that it's going to do is it's going to run, but this does help test whether or not we get any system errors. We don't get any system errors, but we also don't get any passes or fails. What would happen when we do dishes.pop? Dishes.pop on line 22, this is going to be the actual value of something. Now, what is the expected value? The expected is 2, because that's what we pushed, the most recent push before. And we can actually kind of repeat this and say on dishes.pop down here on line 26, we can do actual equals dishes.pop. And we can do expected equals 4. And now all we need to do is put in the framework that with which probably we would like to we'd like to generalize this code here, because I'm going to be, anytime you're doing copying and pasting, it's a sign that you probably need to practice some kind of encapsulation. And I'm copying and pasting code. Actual, in this case, I want it to be, well, I want it to be the expected. So this is actually going to be code which I'm going to be able to copy and paste even more readily than before. So if actual equals expected, I passed, and I failed I'm going to call it a multi push pop test. And here I can say expected, and then add in expected, the actual variable expected, and then plus and a quote, and got actual. So now this code, I don't want this 31. All right. So that's my failure mode. We need to run this code and see whether or not it works. I don't know, might have some kind of syntax error. It passed. Okay, that's fantastic. We're up one test. We'll finish up next video.